Hi everyone, my name is Amber. This is going to be my very first makeup tutorial and my very first video on YouTube. This is the look that I'm going to be doing. This is the finished look from the products in my August Glam bag from Ipsy, the back to school version. I'm going to be trying to do a makeup tutorial each month, including most, if not all, of the products included in my Ipsy bags. If you have any requests for any other videos, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment bar below. And continue watching if you want to see how to get this look. Thanks! First makeup tutorial, I'm going to be using my first Ipsy bag, the August Back to School Ipsy Glam bag, and I'm going to use all the products in here that I got in my look that I'll be doing today. The first thing that I got was a dry shampoo. It's chlorine, I think is what it's called. It's a shampoo, a dry shampoo, extra gentle dry shampoo with oat milk. I love dry shampoo. It's probably one of my go-to things. You just spray it in your hair a little bit. Any spots that you look like they have a little greasy, you spray them. You're going to want to take a towel or something, washcloth towel, rub it a little bit, and brush it out. So that's going to be, this is something that I will definitely get all of the use out of this. The next thing in my Ipsy bag is the Coastal Scents eyeshadow, Antique Lilac, Wisteria Lemon Chiffon, and Raspberry Tart. I'm really glad that I got these colors because these are colors that you can kind of either use all together or switch up. I'm going to be using them all together today and adding a couple shadows in there because all together they're a little bit too bright. The next thing I got, which is my favorite thing in this bag, it is the Urban Decay 24/7 Velvet Glide On Eye Pencil in Plushy, which works actually very good with the Coastal Scents eyeshadow that I got. They are pretty similar colors, but this is such a dark purple that it almost looks black, so it doesn't look very gaudy. The next thing I got is going to be it's Manna. It's a Sheer Glow Shimmer Lotion. You can use it all over your face to kind of get a glisten, dewy look, or you can use it on your cheeks kind of as a highlighter. And the last thing that I got in this bag is going to be something that anybody will definitely use, especially in the summer, and I'm here in Arizona, so you need this a lot. It is the Jersey Shore Sun Monogono. I'm not sure how you say it. It is a nutrient-dense anti-aging lip conditioner. It's pretty sheer. It is like a greenish yellow color, but it ends up being very sheer. And it seems very moisturizing, and it has like a, it kind of smells like a lime popsicle. It smells really good. All right. So to start off today, I'm going to start with my eyes. I always start off with my eye makeup, and so that if I do my face makeup, the eyes aren't really going to get on my face at all. I still like to clean it up after, but I'm going to start off with my eyes. So let's get started. All right. Sorry if I'm going to be looking down. I have my mirror here, so that's going to be what I'm going to be looking at. So first, I like to start off. This is Hard Candy. It's a concealer palette. You can see I've used pretty much all of it. But I don't really use primers on my eyes. What I usually use are concealers. I feel like they work just as well and they're multi-use. So I'm going to start with this concealer here. This is kind of like the yellowish one. I use that one the most because I have, like, around my eyes are usually a little bit darker and kind of like a reddish. So I like to use that. This is one of those little sponges. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but I love to use them. So, and while I'm doing this, I'm probably going to skip around, maybe do a little bit of my eyeshadow, then do my eyebrows. You don't have to do it this way. It's just kind of how I do it. Make sure you blend, like rub it in really good. Also, before I start my makeup, I usually do a little bit of a toner. I use witch hazel as a toner instead of all the expensive toners that they have out there. I just spray witch hazel on my face and I feel like it works just as well. And I let that dry and then I put a little bit of lotion. I usually use cocoa butter, but it really just depends. So you can use whatever you're used to. Next, I'm going to go with a kind of basic, let me go through all my brushes here. Just like a basic color on the bottom. My base color is usually a, I'm going to use this top color up here. This is just an NYC HD color trio eyeshadow in Long Beach Sands. So I like to use that. I usually put like a nude color on the bottom layer. Most of my eyeshadows have a little bit of a shimmer to them. Pretty much all my eyeshadows have a shimmer to them. Some have a little more, some have a little less. So there we go, just a little basic base there. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my, it's the Coastal Scents from my Ipsy bag. And I'm going to use this one right down in here in the corner. It's kind of like my base color. It's very bright, so you're going to try and not use that much for it. It's gonna be a lot more subtle in the end. And all of my brushes I actually bought on Groupon, but I've had them for a while and they last a long time. But I have so many different brushes, I just use them all. I guess it just really depends on what I'm in the mood for. So just put this all over the bottom of your lid. And a little bit there into the crease of your eye. This is a very, very, very bright color. I'm going to grab my other brush here. I'm going to next do this. It's a little bit of it's more of a matte purple. And this is what I'm going to use to kind of make it this pink a little more subtle, not so much of a bright color. You don't have to worry too much about trying to clean it up because it's going to be a lot blended in. All right. Next, we're going to use this other purple right up here in the top. Again, I'm going to use that same brush that I was using before and put this more in the crease. And I like to use these smaller brushes when I'm doing the crease, just so it gets in there really good and doesn't spread it around too much outside of the crease area. Just gets it right in there. And this is obviously not going to be an everyday look. These are very, very bright colors, and I do advise you, if you're going to be wearing a bright color like this, I'd probably go with more of a neutral colors in your outfit. Maybe like pink or purple shoes would be cute. And try to stay pretty neutral with your lips and your cheeks, but you'll see that. All right, next, I guess I'm going to jump around a little bit, and I'm going to go and do my eyebrows. Dig around in here. And what I use for my eyebrows is a eyeshadow. I don't really like pencils too much for the eyebrows, and this is just an Ulta eyeshadow in Sandal. It's really hard to find a pencil or even an eyeshadow that matches my eyebrows because my hair is so blonde, and I've never really had that much luck with it. And this is going to be probably the closest that I'm going to get to my eyebrow color, but I still have to use a that first base color that I used on my eyeshadow. I'm going to have to use that to lighten up my eyebrows still a little bit because it ends up still being too dark. Sorry. Trying to find all my stuff. I have a lot of makeup brushes. All right. So one cool thing, I use a toothbrush. You don't really have to use a toothbrush, but I use a toothbrush. Brush out your eyebrows brush them up. Stay with your eyebrow shape, and I'm just going to pretty much fill them in and thicken them up. I also use this, I have this little spoolie thing. I'm going to use that as well. But I like to skip to my eyebrows because it's easier because you're going to define your eyebrows and your eyeshadow with a little bit of a lighter white color. So you're just going to want to just define that line a little bit right there down at that bottom. And this color, it just kind of makes my eyebrows a more of a red color. And then fill them in. And then anything that you mess up with, you're going to put a little bit of a highlight on anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. I am not very much into very filled in eyebrows. So I try to make it very natural. And I'm going to use the spoolie and the toothbrush a lot to kind of get the color off more. So I have very blonde eyebrow hairs. And some spots. So this arch right up here, I'm just going to define it some more. And both my eyebrows are different shaped. So I've come to the conclusion that I'm really never going to get them the exact same shape. So you want to take your spoolie, brush it out. You can see the difference. It's not too much of a big color difference, but it's a little bit. You can hear my rocking chair kind of squeaking, so that's the noise you might be hearing. And I don't like to do them too far out. This isn't very far from my natural eyebrow or my natural eyebrow ends. And you're going to take your toothbrush, or you can use really whatever tools you like to use. It kind of just lightens them up a little bit, and it kind of adds a little bit of the stroke marks so they don't look so like fake eyebrowish. And eyebrows are very big right now. It's a very big thing to have perfect eyebrows right now. So that's something that a lot of people are going to want to know how to do. Alright, let's move on to this one. I just do kind of like paint strokes. And I'm really just trying to fill them in, maybe make them a little bit thicker, but not really very much thicker than they already are. Because you want to keep with the natural shape of your eyebrows. And especially if you are doing such a dramatic eyeshadow, you don't want overly dramatic eyebrows. This one has I like this eyebrow the best. Might be weird. I'm going to just brush them out some more. And then alright, so I'm videotaping on my phone because I've obviously never done this before. So I apologize for the moving the camera a lot and if it kind of looks bad. But alright, so I'm going to go back to that first palette that I used. I'm going to take that same color a little bit, and then there's this color on the bottom. I take with my spoolie and just kind of put it through your eyebrows a little bit just to lighten them up because this color is a little bit dark. I just kind of have to make my own eyebrow color because I can't find one that works really well for my eyebrows. So if you guys have any favorite eyebrow pencils or eyebrow powders or gels or anything like that that you like to use, put it in the comments below so you can help me out. Maybe I'll try it and do a video on it or something. Alright. And then we'll clean these up a little bit. So next thing you kind of want to do, I'm going to cleaning off my brush here because I really like this brush. I'm going to take the very light silvery color here and I highlight the bottom of my brows with it. And a little bit on the outside, but it's not going to stay that color. And again, like I said before, you're going to define your brows. So if you have any mistakes that you had when you were filling them in, this is kind of where you can fix that a little bit. Then you can use this spoolie again and that's going to fade out that highlight so it's not so harsh. All right. So next we're going to go back to the eyes. So let's grab. I don't really like how bright the eyeshadow is, so I'm going to use a couple different browns, like browns and of gold, to kind of just tone it down a little bit here so that you don't look so crazy. I really like the colors, but I personally don't think I could go out with this bright of a color. So this is a Ulta eyeshadow. I'm not sure exactly what color it is because it's faded on the back. Use that. Another, this is just an e.l.f. brush that I like to use as my crease brush. So I'm going to take it in the creases here. And just kind of, I'm darkening it up a little bit, but I'm kind of subduing that bright pink color. Bright pink and purple. And you're just gonna bring it a little bit higher up on your brown bone a little bit. All right, next I'm going to be using, it's a Bare Minerals, and it's called Splendid. It is a gold color, goldish brown, and I love this color. I'm just going to put this over the top just for a little bit of shimmer. Add a little bit on there to the crease, and I like to bring it down here a little bit. There on the outside of your eyes. All right. So the next thing, what I like to do is I curl my eyelashes a lot. Because I love eyelashes. So I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I usually curl them about like 10 times on each. I like to hold it and then push it up around out a little bit, and then hold it a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then walk up your eyelashes. Spread them out a little bit. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Walk them up. Go up like that. Move them around a little bit there. Just to kind of spread them out. And I also use a old mascara applicator a lot to just fan out my eyelashes and spread them out. And then I'm going to go to the eyeliner. The Urban Decay 24/7 Velvet Glide On Pencil. This really, really, really does stay very, very well. So, this is a putting it on the top there. I like really a pretty thin line of eyeliner, especially on the inside of your eyes. Inside line there, but then I also like on the outside to kind of cat eye, flare it out, and you're just going to go right there in that. You could take it out as far as you want to go, but I just like to, I don't like it too thick. And I really don't like that much on the inside of my eye. You can see that this really is such a dark purple color. It almost looks black. I was really worrying about it. So I love black eyeliner. I don't really do any other color than a black eyeliner. But, so let's curl the eyelashes again a little bit. And go on to mascara. I actually put a thing earlier today talking about how good it is to heat up your eyelash curlers. Just use the hair dryer and heat them up a little bit. It's going to make your eyelashes a lot longer, and it's going to make them stay curled a lot longer as well. So we're going to start off. I use a lot of different mascaras. I have like 10 or 15 different mascaras. It really just depends. I have been using this lash extender in a bottle as well too, so I guess I'll probably use that just for the last few days or so, really using that. So this is a lot of mascara, but it really just, I guess, depends really what I'm in the mood for that day. So, really. So right now I'm using a Mega Plump Waterproof Mascara from Wet n Wild. This is it's a cheap mascara, but it actually works very, very well. So we'll try these lash extensions and see what they look like. Then go over and try to spread your lashes out. I just have this one lash out here in the middle that I like to clump together very bad. So we'll see how much they cooperate. And here's this lash extender stuff. It's kind of just little fibers that are supposed to thicken and lengthen your eyelashes. And this is another reason that I don't do my face makeup before I do my eye makeup, because these are little fibers and they kind of go a little bit everywhere. So, and then I want to put another coat of mascara on. Mascara really is what's gonna hold those like lash fibers on there. Now, I have a big thing where I like to use multiple mascaras at once. So I might do like another coat of the eyelash extenders and see how it goes. This right here is the Voluminous, the L'Oreal Paris. I really like this. I was actually given this at a photo shoot. She bought it and used it on me and just gave it to me. So I was like, oh, cool, thanks. But you're going to want to, if you use these kind of lash extenders at all, make sure you do it fast. After you put on the mascara, do it pretty quickly. And then I just have this clump over here that I just have eyelashes that are pretty short over there. Alright, let's try this one first. You can actually see the big difference with the lash extender fibers, which are pretty cool. I bought them a while ago on Groupon and I never used them. And so I figured I might as well try and use them this tutorial. And they really do make a difference. Definitely tell the difference. And then I'm going to do the Mega Plump again over. Just a warning though, with these lash extenders, you're putting them on, the fibers may get in your eyes. So watch out. All right. Mascara, all done. Gonna wipe that extra off there, and then I'm going to get one of my little brushes. I'm gonna do a little bit of the eyebrows again. I think just to try to darken them up a little bit more. Let's use this spoolie and run it through there. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Coastal Scents again right here and just use it to highlight the inside of my eye a little bit. Up again here on my brow bone. Just be very light-handed with it. Alright. Eyes are all finished. Next, we're going to move on to the face. So, next I'm going to use it's called the Hard Candy Nobody's Perfect. Again, I'm just going to use this little sponge thing that I use. Same thing that I used for the base of my eyeshadow. Take it, use this a little bit, put it underneath the eye. I'm just always up to try new things. I like new makeups. So I don't have any particular favorite concealer or anything like that. Remember to get the inside of your nose right there in those creases. Let's use this little sponge here. Sponge it out. Kind of even up your skin a little bit. And the next thing I'm going to use is from my Ipsy bag as well. I'm going to use the Shimmer Glow and kind of just put it on the tops of my cheeks. And like down the middle of my nose, tops of my cheeks, and a little bit there. So I'm just going to take this. I'm really just going to use my finger. Just a little bit. The Sheer Glow Shimmer Lotion. And it has a little bit of pink tint, so I think I'm just going to end up using it on my cheeks here. If you are more tan, I would think that you could probably use this a little bit all over, but I'm not very tan, so. And then I'm going to just clean up my eyeshadow just a little bit because I'm noticing that the fibers from that eyeshadow, or from that mascara stuff, are just moving off a little bit there. Okay. So the sheer glow on the cheeks a little. And it depends on really what you're doing. So depends on how much I really wanted to wear makeup that day. Because you could stop here. But I'm going to next go with a little bit of an all-over face. Right now, I use the Bare Minerals. It is Fair Bare Minerals compressed powder. And another one of my little makeup brushes, and I'm just going to go a little bit all over my face here. Just to get a little shininess off. Remember to blend in. And then definitely go underneath your eyes so that you're getting that right where you put on that concealer. Getting your nose, chin, all that good stuff. So the next thing I'm going to do is use the Bare Minerals Warmth and just face contouring. And this is what I use as my contour brush, or one of my contour brushes. Actually, I think I'm going to use a different one today, just a little bit of a smaller one. This is another Bare Minerals brush as well. Smooth right under the bottom. And then you're going to do it right along your chin line. And forehead there. I got a little too much there. Another one of my brushes and try to get a little bit of that off there. Right, and then you're going to want to take a little bit of this and just contour the sides of your nose. All right. And then I'm going to use this is a Sephora pressed powder. It's a medium color, so I'm going to use the same brush and just go over my little cheek area. Over these same areas a little bit. So, since this is my first video and I've never really recorded on my phone before, I I didn't know that it stopped recording, so I guess you guys missed the last part of it. I guess I'll just kind of go over it a little bit. The last things that I did was took my Warmth bronzer from Bare Minerals, took it, and I contoured my face. I'll do it over a little bit again. Contoured my face here. Did it right here. Down on these sides here. Down my nose. And up here at the top. And around on the chin. Then I took my slanted brush here and I used the same eyeshadow that I use for my eyebrows, and I use this as an all over, like a bronzer, and I go all over my face so that it darkens everything up and blends everything all together, because it's the summer and I'm darker than I normally am. I also used this Too Faced, and I used this blush right here at the bottom, and I don't really want to use a very bright blush, so I'm just going to use this right there in the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm going to lighten it up a little bit, just because I don't want anything to be too dramatic, because the eyes are so dramatic. And then I did the Splendid, took the Splendid and just went down under the bottom of my eyes and down here, went over them, and then I'm going to take the Urban Decay eyeliner that I got, the 24/7 plushie, and I'm just going to kind of go over my bottom eyelashes more than anything, because I don't use mascara on the bottom. I normally don't even use eyeliner or anything on the bottom, because I just feel like it's too much. So unless I'm going out or it's a special occasion or something like that, I'm going to not really wear this. And I just go over my eyelashes. Down on the bottom. And the last thing is the Jersey Shore Sun Moisturizer Lip Balm, because you don't want to do a dark or dramatic lip with such a bright eye. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I had no idea that it stopped recording, so I think it got most of it, but the only thing was the contouring, but I don't use too much contouring. I just do a the little warmth at the bottom on my forehead right here. I like to go down the sides of my nose, and then on my chin, and then I take the Sandal Ulta Color and the eyeshadow, and I use it all over my face, and I just like the simple blush. So I think that is about it. If you guys have any requests, I'll be happy to make any videos that you guys request for me to do. And I guess my next video probably won't be until my September Ipsy bag. And I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope that you liked my very first video. Bye!